Myself Satish Gowda, Assistant Professor of Zoology, Government First Grade College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Sira. Dear students, in this session, I am going to discuss about diseases of cattle for 3rd BSc, 6th semester Zoology, Paper 7, Applied Zoology of Tumkur University. Dear students, in this session, I would like to discuss 4 important diseases of cattle and these diseases, how they transmit and what are the causative agent, mode of transmission, symptoms, and what are the treatment and what are the important precautionary and preventive measures. So we will discuss one by one in this session. Coming to the first disease, which is mastitis. So this mastitis is a bacterial or fungal infection or fungal disease or bacterial disease, so which is caused by the bacteria and fungi. So the bacteria or fungi includes Staphylococcus aureus and Staphylococcus agalactidae and Escherichia coli, Pseudomonas species, etc. And fungal species includes Candida species and Aspergillus fumigatus. So these are the two fungal species which cause this mastitis, whereas bacterial species like Staphylococcus aureus, Staphylococcus agalactidae and Escherichia coli, Pseudomonas species, etc. are the important bacterial species which cause mastitis disease. So totally this mastitis is caused by either bacteria or fungus. Hence it is a bacterial and fungal disease. See how we spread from one cattle to other cattle, or what are the mode of transmission. It is transmitted by the respective it is transmitted by repetitive contact with the milking machine and through the contaminated hands or materials and via oral to udder transmission among cows. So these are the mode of transmission. So, repetitive contact with a milking machine. This is the one way to transmit, and through contaminated hands or materials which are used in the milking process, and via oral to the udder transmission among the cows. Respective cattle mariಗಳಿಂದ oral transmit ಆಗೋ chances ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So this is the mode of transmission. And coming to the symptoms of mastitis, this mastitis diseases have its own symptoms. They are increase in the body temperature, respiratory distress, udder is swollen and extremely painful. Udder means now ಕೆಚ್ಚಲು ಅಂತ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಲು ನೀಡುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಕೆಚ್ಚಲು, that is called udder. It has become very swollen and extremely painful. Lack of appetite, sunken eyes are going to sunken or shrunken. Then sign of diarrhea and dehydration. These are the few symptoms of this mastitis disease. Control and prevention. Practices such as a good nutrition, proper milking hygiene, means we should use the hygiene milking machines during the milking process, and culling of chronically infected cows. So we should separate or remove the infected cows from the group, or separate the cow from the group, infected cows from the group. Workers should wear a rubber gloves or a plastic hand gloves while making or while milking process, and other process takes place in the dairy technology, that is feeding and cleaning process. So these are all some of the controlling and preventive measures. What is the treatment of this mastitis? So regarding treatment of this disease concerned, cattle with mastitis are treated with the antibiotics like amoxicillin, cephalexin, ciprofloxacin, or dicloxacillin. These are the some antibiotics which are used to treat the disease mastitis. Now coming to the second one, that is septicemia. Septicemia is a common disease in cattle, which is caused by Pasteurella multicida. This is the causative agent, that is Pasteurella multicida. Then how it transmit? Disease transmit or spread through the contact with the infected animals and contaminated clothing, equipment, through ingestion or inhalation of the bacteria. So this Pasteurella multicida attacked by the inhalation of the bacteria or through the ingestion or contaminated clothing and equipment, and with it also spread through the contact with infected animals. This is a mode of transmission or mode of spreading from one cattle to other cattle. Then what are the symptoms? Regarding symptoms concerned, so the neck, head and throat get swollen. So kattu, tale mate throat, these three parts will become swollen. Body temperature increases highly, and the cattle are suffering from diarrhea. Saliva flows from their mouth and mucus from their nose, and fecus difficulty while breathing. So they feel difficulty in breathing as well as in the discharging of the fecus during excretion. Okay, they try to take breath spreading their tongue outside. The cattle are trying to breathe by spreading their tongue outside. ನಾಲ್ಗೆನ ಹೊರಚಾಚಿ ಬ್ರೀದಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಇದು ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. ಸೊ ವಾಟರ್ ಫ್ಲೋಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದೇರ್ ಐಸ್. ಸೊ ಕಣ್ಣಿನಿಂದ ನೀರು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹನಿ ಹನಿಯಾಗಿ ಸೋರ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು, ವಾಟರ್ ಫ್ಲೋಸ್. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಸಮ್ few of the symptoms of septicemia disease. Coming to the prevention and control of the septicemia, regarding prevention and controlling measures, keep the infected animals separated from the healthy one. This is the one mode of prevention. And vaccinate the healthy animal regularly. Make proper treatment to the infected animal according to the advice of the veterinarian, means veterinary doctor. So one should follow the advice of veterinary doctor or veterinarian. We should follow their directions or advice. And next one is spray spray germicide medicine in the house of cattle. So germicide medicine we have to spray all over the house of cattle or dairy house. So uh, provide a hygiene food or hygienic food and housing for the cattle. So even housing should be dairy house or a cattle house should be hygiene, and also provide hygienated food. Keep the dead body of infected animal under soil or burn it with the fire. So this is one important thing we have to follow during this disease. We have to, by following this, we have to control easily the septicemia disease. And this is about the septicemia. And now coming to the third one, that is anthrax. You might have heard the disease name anthrax. So anthrax, it is a highly infectious and fatal disease of cattle. It is caused by the relatively large spore-forming rectangular shaped bacterium called Bacillus anthracis. So Bacillus anthracis is the causative agent, which is a bacteria which cause this highly infectious or infectious disease, that is anthrax. And how it spread? What is the mode of transmission? They usually get the disease by swallowing anthrax spores while grazing on pasture contaminated with anthrax spores. So ಹುಲ್ಲುಗಳನ್ನು ತಿನ್ನುವಾಗ ಅಥವಾ feeding or eating food or grazing, if the cattle or intake these spores which contain anthrax, the food which contain anthrax spores, then the cattle will attack the by this particular disease, that is anthrax. Symptoms of this anthrax are sudden death of cattle. My God, just see, anthrax is very deadly disease, highly infectious. Sudden death of cattle. Very occasionally some animals may show trembling, a high temperature, difficulty in breathing. These are all some of the symptoms. Now coming to the treatment and control and preventive measures. Treatment is usually not possible. The cutaneous means skin from anthrax can be controlled with the common antibiotics. So through the skin we have to give the antibiotics or orally by injecting the injections. By doing this we may control this disease, but usually it is not possible to control this disease, hence prevention is better than cure. Hence we have to follow the following preventive measures. So they are regular annual vaccination of animals in endemic areas will prevent the disease from occurring. The vaccination be carried out at least a month prior to expected diseases occur in endemic areas. Contact a veterinarian immediately, means one should contact immediately veterinary doctor if the symptoms of anthrax are seen, and seek advice on control measures to the controlling measures, and we have to adapt these controlling measures which were given by the veterinarian. So these are the few controlling measures of this anthrax disease. So this is about anthrax disease, and coming to the last one, that is fourth disease, foot and mouth disease. ನಾವು ಕಾಲು ಬಾಯಿ ರೋಗ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಹಳ್ಳಿ ಕಡೆ ದನ ಕರುಗಳಿಗೆ ಕಾಲು ಬಾಯಿ ರೋಗ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಯು ಮೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಹರ್ಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ವರ್ಡ್ in your neighboring places, in your day-to-day life. That is foot and mouth disease, and this disease is caused by Pichoma virus. This is a viral disease. Foot and mouth disease is a viral disease which is caused by Pichoma virus. How it spread, mode of transmission. It is airborne, means spread of the disease is through air. Disease can take place and under favorable weather. Animals pick up the virus either by direct contact with an infected animal or by contact with foodstuffs. Okay, so these are the three important modes. One is air, and another one is direct contact, and the food stuffs or water. Okay, contaminate water. So regarding symptoms of this foot and mouth diseases, fever with fever, high fever with 104 to 105 degree Fahrenheit, profuse salivation, ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಜೊಲ್ಲು ಸುರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು, salivation, groups of stringy saliva hangs from the mouth. So mouth ಇಂದ stringy saliva hangs down ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ jelly like substance which is common during this foot and mouth disease. Vesicles appear in mouth and in the interdigital space. So these are the some of the symptoms of foot and mouth disease. Now coming to the treatment, there is an external application of antiseptics contributes to healing of the ulcers. The external application is also important to control the disease by applying the antiseptics or antibiotics. Precautions should follow to control the disease. It is advisable to carry out 2 vaccinations at an interval of 6 months. So during 6 months period, 2 vaccinations is must, followed by an annual vaccination program. So this is one important precautionary measure. And isolation and segregation of sick animals from the healthy group, that is also one more important thing one should follow. And attendants and equipments for sick animals should be ideally separate. So separate equipments anna maintain ಮಾಡೋದು ideal thing. And vaccination for FMD, foot and mouth diseases ಅಲ್ಲಿ vaccination is very important to eradicate this disease and reduce the spread of the disease. So to reduce, one should follow these precautionary measures. I hope you all understood well about 4 important diseases of cattle in this session. Thank you very much.